There we go. All right, coffee in hand in my one of my favorite giraffe mugs. Yeah, I'm a giraffeaholic. That's me. So today I'm gonna start with a little mark making, and for those of you that weren't here with me yesterday, I have no plan. This is an abstract, and therefore it goes where it wants to go. And yesterday, the only blue I could find is this little bottle of craft paint, and I found a larger bottle of blue. So I'm going to portion out a little bit of blue and a little bit of teal and some black and white. And I think we'll start there. Mark making is something I do to, something a lot of people do, to give it extra texture, interest, and some of it fades into the background, some of it stays prevalent up front. Let's see, what colors did I say I was going to use? I'm trying to put them out on my palette here. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to start. This teal is a very fluid teal, and I have another Artist Loft teal. There's not a lot left. Look how skinny that is. So I'm going to put a little bit of this out. If it has, oh, there, it does have some to give yet. I'm putting it out on I use a plastic mat here as a palette. At my studio, I use a piece of glass. Don't know what else to call it. Okay. I am going to indulge in a glove because I tend to get into this a little bit better if I can just. All right, so the first things that I'll do, I like to do dots. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And see, the glove gives it a texture of its own. Whoops. Okay. So I shouldn't be holding on to it, I guess. All right. Let's mix a little bit of blue with it. Oh, this is so hard to do because it's so beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh, gosh, I have to just not look. There. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Ooh. Yeah. That hurt. That hurt me more than it hurt you. Trust me. I'm really having misgivings about keeping this tape together because I love this one. And, but you know what? It'll turn into something else that I love. So, all right, we're just going to go with it. I like to use, in fact, this circular pattern right here, I created with one of these. These are hard to find in the store anymore, but you're going to notice me avoiding that canvas. Jeez. I know. All right, we'll just dive in. Oh. Yep. Kind of hurt. Where's my white? That's what I didn't put out. I did not put out any white. I like to put thicker paint in a little tray with some water. And that way I can thin it out. Let's move this over here. I also have a variety of things that I like to use for mark making. And here's a couple of them. You've probably, there we go, let's just drop it. You've probably seen or heard about people using bubble wrap. And I personally have seen 3 different sizes of bubble wrap. This is small bubbles bubble wrap. And so I just like to put some, not on at the edge, because I don't want to see these sharp edges. I'll just put a little bit on at the, kind of in the middle. And I smeared that one because it moved. That's okay. That's okay. And then there's medium bubble wrap. There's that one. And I think I'll take some blue onto it. It's actually kind of turquoise. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to do this and still let you see what I'm doing. That one's going to be messed up because I lifted it up. Okay. I'll have to wash those. Otherwise they dry and then peel off into some other painting. And then here is, I'm going to take a piece off of this. This is a piece of shelf liner. Yes, purple, of course. And what I like about it is that it is two-fold. On one side, if you put paint on it, you get squares. And let's see, I'll put that right here. Make sure not to move it. And I just moved it a little, but I got squares. I'll have to show them to you up close later on. Now, if I do it on the other side, I'm going to take some of this white and mix with the blue very lightly. I'm going to have squares on my hand. But this side, because of the rounded nature, is going to give you dots. There's dots. Dots and squares. I love it. 2 for the price of 1. Fantastic. Alright, my silicone brush that I talked about. I love these because they're not only easy to clean, thank goodness, but they're easy to use. I have quite a few different sizes of these, and they paint straight, nice straight lines when I can't. I used to be able to do straight lines. They don't come out so straight anymore. I like that. Alright. Dive into the top. I used to have an Alexa in this room so I could play music, but the one in the living room sort of wore out, so I took this one in there. I'm gonna have to bring a different one in here, or some kind of music. I like to play music. How many of you play music while you're doing your art, whatever your art is? Sometimes it can get you in the mood when you're not quite there. That's not working the way I want it to, so I moved to a different tool. This is a piece of a cutting mat that I cut up into different sizes and shapes. And sometimes I use a pair of pinking shears. Do you know what those are? The older ones will know what they are. Pinking shears are these scissors that cut zigzags. So I'll use them in a minute because this one doesn't have a zigzag edge, but I like it for the straight edge. You know what it is? My black paint is not fluid enough. Let's get some water on it. That'll help. There we go. It was a little too glumpy. There. Liking that much better. Whoops. Okay. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I still have morning throat. I'm sorry. Years ago I made a video and somebody put a nasty comment out there about, why don't you clear your throat or blow your nose or blah blah blah. You know what? I'd like to see you get out here and make these videos. You know, sometimes you have morning voice and that's just the way it goes. I'm gonna take the glove off because otherwise I'm gonna get black paint all over my scissors. That will not do. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on this side and I'm gonna cut. There we go. Hang these back up. I have a pegboard here that I hang all this stuff up on. And so now I have a nice, can you see that edge? There you go, that's better. And so that makes, I gotta wipe the other, where did my rag go from yesterday? Well, here's a new one. There's plenty of those here. I've got to wipe off the other side because otherwise I'm going to get black paint all over. Look, I've already got that much on me. So I'm taking this freshly cut zigzag side into the black paint. And not only can I drag it around, but here I'll put some where you can see it. I can make little rows of dots. I need more water in there. And I can get good lines if I pick up a good amount of paint. Is that showing up? Not sure. Alright, well. I hear a ding. Not sure what that means. Let's see who's here. Hi, Michelle. Yep, all the time I play different types. Oh, music, okay. Changes the final result of the piece. It does. Yep, certainly does. Okay, so I've kind of had it with the black. I don't usually put a lot of black in. I like to use it as accents. So I kind of need to get away from the black. I'll just put this in my water dish. Ooh, here's a color I like. And that's going to add... Okay, I'm getting a little too much stuff here. This is, I used to buy, and I still look for them, but I don't find as good of ones anymore. But I used to buy these little sample jars at various home stores, like Lowe's and that sort of thing. I don't think I've ever seen any at Menards. Actually, at Lowe's. That's the only place that I've seen them. Now, this doesn't quite fit, but that would be kind of cool. So I'm going to pour a little bit out onto my mat. And this color is actually pretty old. I've had it around a while, but I still have about this much left. It is a nice bright green. There's the color. It looks dimmer on there, but that's because of the shadows. Only the shadow knows. Okay, so let's see. Ooh. That's good. Oh, and yesterday I talked about a red that I like, and I was calling it lipstick red because I couldn't think of the name of it. And I found it hanging on my pegboard. It's Pyroli. Pyrole. Somebody tell me how to pronounce it, would you? Hi, Lynette. Pyrrole. I call it Pyroli. Pyroli. Anyway, I like it because it looks like lipstick red. We'll stick with that. Okay, so I kind of watered down this green just a little bit because I wanted to be able to, yuck. I didn't plan on getting black into it. See, the black isn't dry yet, and not having a hair dryer anymore at home really curtails what I can do. Yeah. Yep, at any moment we're going to see Jack climbing the beanstalk. No, no, I'm not going to do Jack. I'm not doing Jack. Jack squat, right? Yeah, this isn't liquidy enough to, ooh, again, with the black. Yuck. So if I mix a little blue, oh, here we go. That's a nice color. I love mixing blues and greens. This one is a little more on the green side. I'm trying to find a spot where I don't pull it through black. But I did mix it with a little bit of blue and black. That's the thing about when I mix colors. It doesn't pay me to try to get back to that color, like to write it down what I mixed to get it, because there's no way to measure the portions. But I'm pretty good at color matching. You know, if I used a color and I ran out of it, I can pretty much match that color and make some up. I don't want to go in the black. Alright, well, that one needs some. Let's make them a little darker. So I'm just adding blue to make it darker, even though my brush tends to run through some wet black. Cool. And I have a little bit of turquoise. Yeah, I got way too much black on my mat over here. Love that white. Yeah, it's a whole new definition of blow dry. I want that black to dry so bad. Okay, and here's my fluid teal, because you know, you're just not done until you've put some drips. You're not running very fast. Run, turkeys, run. There you go. Run like someone's chasing you. Okay, before they get all the way to their destination, we turn it around and go, haha, fooled you. Now what I'd like to do is get some of this green on here to do this. Let's see if I can get it watery enough. There we go. Cool. All right. I think it's sufficiently wet. I probably should have left that one alone. We'll see if I can put it back. Okay. Whoops. Yeah. Where'd that towel go? This is my big old trash bag down here. I found it a handy place to hang it, you know, and I found a nice big bag so it holds a lot of trash. I don't have to empty it very often. It's probably been 6 months. There's no food in it, okay? No judging. Who all do we have left here? Lynette, is that you? Oh, Cindy came in too. If I missed you, sorry. Hi, Cindy. Okay. I'm going to throw on a little white. Where, I don't know. But then I'm going to stop for now and let it dry. And I'll come back, what's today, Thursday? Yeah, I'll come back later tonight. And see what it says. So I'm mixing up some white. I like that white. Wow. Yes, again with the black. So you guys aren't very chatty today. I like the top canvas now much better than when it was the bottom one. Gotta go. I'll check back to see it finished. Well, Lynette, you might have a wait on that finished one because I don't know when that's going to be finished. And Michelle, I'm not sure which one you were referring to as the top one because I keep turning it around. But I'm glad you liked it. I really like these marks on the edge, so I don't want to... Yeah, I know. I don't want to change those. Yeah, I don't like that either. But you know, one thing I don't know where is paper towels in this room. So, let's see. Oh, I do know one thing, though, I could use instead. I have a package here of wet wipes.